Hello, and welcome to the first in my series about the new era of hospitality digital marketing. To kick things off, I want to introduce you a little bit to GCommerce and what our core principle has been. Change is constant. Marketing principles are forever. When I founded this company 23 years ago, this was my presence. I knew that digital was always going to be dynamic, but that we as a company had to ground ourselves in something, in some form of truth. And for us, that was marketing principles. That was the choice we made. And I'm very happy to say that we were right. Our grounding in marketing principles has allowed us to outperform our peers in every single category by meaningful amounts because of our dedication to those principles. And over 23 years, once again, change has been constant. Sometimes it's rather peaceful and gradual, and sometimes it's accelerated. These are some of the things that are driving change right now: new media, powerhouse generations, shifts in brand, AI. Could have mentioned that first. It's on the tip of everybody's tongues. In this series, we're going to talk about these and more. We're going to talk about two types of change in particular, or two categories of change that we like to think about things that drive the way that we think about things. The first is cyclical, and the second is transformational. So let's do a quick introduction to these. Cyclical change is exactly what it sounds like. It is the pendulum shift back and forth over time between things that we have seen before and things that will come again. There's things I like about this as a marketer. Cyclical change is more predictable. It's almost always got leading indicators, things that signal that change is about to happen. That's helpful. Oftentimes we can study the past, understand what happened in previous cyclical cycles to understand what we can predict for the future. And because of that, cyclical change is less risky. It's something that I can take to a hotel owner, to a hotel manager, and say, this is worth investment because the outcomes are clear. Because of these leading indicators, I can tell you, hey, this thing is about to happen. And when that thing happens, you can expect the outcome to be as follows. However, because of that, it's harder to build a moat. The second type of change is transformational. It's harder in every single way to predict and to execute against, but the upside is that the payout is bigger. True transformation forces innovation. There's no playbook. There's nothing that you can look back in history and say, this is the thing that we can do to take advantage of this change. And as a result of that, it is more risky. And if you are risk adverse, it can oftentimes be more expensive. But if you get transformational change right, you can build a defensible moat. And so this is something that we like to think about a lot. Change, which in our world is constant, can either present you with opportunity or it can present you with risk, depending on your posture. So my question to you as you're watching this is, have you embraced change? Are you growing? Are you changing with the times? We're about to review some trends that detail how that change might be necessary just to keep up, much less get ahead. Y'all have just finished your marketing plans and budgets for 2025. Ask yourself, what percentage of your marketing activities and budget will be novel in 2025? Are you changing around the margins, or is it something more structural? I hope by the end of this series, you have a little bit more understanding of why change around the margins just simply isn't going to cut it. Now, in all of this, I have some very good news. In my view, the first two trends that I'm going to talk about in these series, the cyclical trends, are both blowing in your direction. If you are an independent hotel, if you are a boutique hotel, if you are advantaged in your product and connected to your local market, you will view these trends as tailwinds that you can grow upon. So this is a series about cyclical and transformational change occurring in our industry. Over 5 brief videos, I'll introduce you to 5 trends: 2 cyclical and 3 transformational. These trends are likely to change the way that you attract customers and the way that you do business. The question is whether you'll take control of that change or whether it takes control of you. Stay tuned for my next installment, which focuses on the cultural shift from branded to independent hotels. For a free assessment and to learn more about GCommerce, scan this QR code, visit our website, or reach out to me and the team. We'd be happy to help.